Okay, so your doctor said you're an over 40 person like me. My name is Tanya. I'm an over 40 mom of two. And your doctor said you need to change your diet and you need to start working out. But you're feeling a little lost on where to begin. I got you. So I'm going to be sharing with you today a super friendly 5-step guide to ease you into the world of working out. Grab your notebook because you're going to want to jot some of these things down. So, like I said, I was 38, maybe 39 by that time, and I had no energy. I was grief stricken, and I was in the fight mode, which is why my channel is called Fight to Be Fit. I was trying to get myself back to living to life. I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and by that time they were 2 and 4, and I was trying to learn how to take care of them and get the energy to just get back to work, get back to life. And I needed something to help me get there. And it was my fitness journey that helped me get myself back to where I needed to be. Not only fitness is not only a thing that was the avenue to help me, it was one of the things. A lot of praying, a lot of praying, a lot of praying. It helped me in this grief-stricken state that I was in to fight back, to fight to be fit in every aspect of my life. So yeah, I was used to working out, doing things before, but I was 38. So what I did when I was in my 20s and I was 18, I couldn't do then because hormones were starting to act up, and I had 2 kids, and my body, I had weight on my body that my ankles were hurting, my knees were hurting. So what's the first thing I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you, if you're ready to get started, start small. It's almost like you got to start to learn how to walk before you run. So when you're starting back and you're over 40, or even not if you're over 40, you need to keep, I'm not going to say need, but it's best to keep your workouts short and sweet. Trust me, you will be amazed at how quickly you start progressing. So think of it as dating. You want to take it slow and you want to get to know each other first. And if you have needed a reminder, or you need to know, where to start or how to start, I'm sure you have heard people talk about just walk. Some people just walk, and you've seen people just walk. Yes, a brisk 10-minute walk counts. You have to start somewhere. And let me tell you, when I started this 8 years ago, my knees were shot. I had weight on me that was, my hips were jacked up. I honestly could not make it past the warm-up of the workouts I was doing. I promise you, right here, it was 2 minutes and 39 seconds of a warm-up. And that's how I started 8 years ago. That's how I started. And it's okay to start small and do just enough to help you build your confidence, build your stamina, build your endurance. Now on to step 2. Step 2 is setting clear goals. It's all about finding your why. And maybe you want to boost your stamina to chase after your kids. I not only needed stamina to chase after my kids, to be out with them while they're learning how to ride a bike, I needed it to take care of them, to do bath nights, to sit with them and fix their plate and feed them, to take them to daycare, to just be a mom. Or perhaps you're looking to build strength so you can carry all your groceries in one trip. Who does that? We've all been there. Or maybe your why is your doctor said you're going to go on medication if you don't get it right. Maybe that's your why. But whatever your fitness why is, it should be deeply personal, and it should move you. We're not talking about a superficial, I want to lose weight, or this superficial why where I want to lose some inches. And the reason why we say that is because if it's superficial and once you get there and you lose that 10 pounds and you lose that 5 pounds, what are you going to do? You are going to stop. You're going to be, oh, I met my goal, I'm done. But if it is deep and it's personal and it's moving and it's connected to something else. I can remember my sister saying, the reason why you are so consistent and the reason why that you can stick to it is because you started for a different reason. You didn't start because your doctor said you need to lose weight. You started because you were fighting to live again. You were fighting to love again, and you had your babies to take care of, and you had you to take care of. And so when it is something that is that deep and personal, you're going to keep going. Step 3 is all about scheduling. Now, when I started, I had, with the workout programs that I use, that I already had a calendar. So I knew what I was doing every day of the week. But the scheduling part is not only marking down your workout days, but what time you're going to do it. Put it down every day. You're going to meet with yourself on the mat, in the gym, in your bedroom. I was in my parents' living room at 3 o'clock every day. I did it at 3 o'clock because I knew I had to go get my kids eventually from daycare. I would drop my kids off. I would come back home and I would go to sleep. Y'all. I was in this grief wave, and if anybody have been there, you know, sleep doesn't come easy for some of us in that grief wave. I was on sleep aids, and I could sleep for 4 hours with the sleep aids that I was on, and then I would be up. And so I would get up, I would get my kids out the door to go to daycare, and then I would come back home and I would have to catch up on the sleep that I missed. So I would sleep until maybe about 11 o'clock, and then, because I'll drop my kids off at like 7 as soon as daycare opened. I would sleep to maybe like 11 o'clock, and then I would be back at 11 o'clock. I would get up and I would take this health shake, and then I would be mad because the health shake honestly gave me energy and I couldn't go back to sleep. But I would go and lay back down and pray and read or process things. And then at 3 o'clock I would get up and I would work out. And I started out at 3 o'clock every day working out. That 2 minutes that I would start with, I would go take a shower, and then around 4:30 I would go pick my kids up from daycare. So that is scheduling your day. How are you going to do it? Are you going to do it before you go to work? Are you going to do it after work? You've got to schedule it. Not only just that calendar where you're clicking off, oh, I did it today. It's the time. I met my goal. I set that appointment. I didn't let myself down, and I did it. Now, I always talk about doing a backup time, rescheduled time. So if I couldn't get up, if I couldn't get it done at 3, I would get my kids home, and then I would do it after they got home, and then they would want to join me. So I would let them join me because I was not going to not do it because of my kids were in the way, because I was doing it for them to get moving so I could take care of them. Step 4. Now, this is not my favorite because I am, my dad calls me a hermit. I am a person that I don't have to be connected with people, which is bad. I know that's bad. But you need to find a workout buddy. And what worked for me and what helped me was my workout buddy did not live in the same town I was in. And so we connected. She created a community online. And so that's how I had my personal cheerleaders, or I was able to be a personal cheerleader and share encouraging quotes and encouraging words in the community. I was able to show, hey, I did my workout today. I posted my picture in the group. Or when I got down and I was not moving so much, I had people who would call me out in the group, because that's what I needed to say, hey, where are you at? How are you doing? What's going on? Where's your workout? And they would say things like, just get up and do the warm up. Just get up and do and sometimes when you start and you just do the warm up and you're in it, you'll usually keep going. But that's after you've started and you've built up the stamina. So finding a workout buddy, finding someone that not necessarily that's going to meet up with you, because your schedules are different. Sometimes people, they're not even in the same state. But find someone that you can send your sweaty picture, text it to somebody and say, hey, I got my workout in today. Or even say, hey, give me some encouraging words. I'm struggling. What are you doing today? So tag your buddy right now. Tag somebody. Comment below who is that person that you are going to connect with that's going to be your workout buddy. Whether you guys get together at 7 in the morning and go to a gym, whether you guys call each other at 7 in the morning, whether you guys text each other, whether you guys after work say, hey, I'm doing my walking. Or maybe I used to have a friend where I would talk to that friend while we were walking together. So find you a buddy, however it works for you. Find you someone that can motivate you, that can support you, that can encourage you and give you some tough love, because when you're starting out, you're going to need it. You're going to need it. I promise you're going to need it. Last but not least, step number 5. Oh my gosh, how much did I need this? You got to learn how to rest and recover. And it's super important to give your muscles some tender loving care, a little TLC. Because they deserve it. You cannot keep pounding on your body and not give it time to recover and rest and build what you have broken down. Because like when you work out, they say you tear the muscles. So when you take a rest and you sleep, it gives the muscles time to grow back and rebuild and repair. So some of my favorite ways to rest and recover, I'm actually in that mode right now. I am on my way to go walk. I typically walk outside, but it has been so cold. So I am now heading to a gym and I'm going to get on a treadmill and I'm going to walk. I have done an 80-day program and I need to allow my body time to rest and recover. Now, did I rest and recover during that time? Yes. The workouts were only 5 days a week or 6 days a week, but I didn't give myself enough of love in the recovery activities, as far as I go walk now and then I give myself a really good stretch at the end, giving my time to recover, because in a couple weeks I'm going to jump back in and start another strength training to burn some fat, y'all. To burn some fat. But yes, you have to give your body time to recover. And I think what a lot of people think is they got to keep going. I started, I got to keep going because I'll gain the weight back. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, because honestly, when you start and you start small and you start, your body, the scale is not your friend at that time, because it looks like you're gaining weight, and you gain weight before you actually start dropping off the inches or dropping the weight when you start. It just is what it is. But anyway, so yes, make sure you take the time to rest and recover. And I hope you made it this far. And that is a 5-step kickstart, the beginning to your workout journey, for anyone who's starting or in just over 40. Those of us who are over 40, when we were younger, we didn't need all this. We had the energy. Our bodies weren't torn down yet. Hormones hadn't started imbalancing and acting up. But I hope you found these tips helpful. I need you to remember that everybody who's a pro, everybody who's an expert was once a beginner. I want you to embrace this beautiful beginning together. And if you found this guide useful, give it a like and a share, and with a friend who may be ready to kickstart their fitness. Now, I like to create Facebook groups because, like I said, I am that person who's not really into going, like, I am struggling at this moment to have to go socialize basically in the gym, but I'm gonna go. But I create Facebook groups, private groups, and would love to have you join me if you're starting. Would love to have you join me if you are even wanting to do the workout that I am doing. But I like to do that and help people and almost like create my cheerleader, create my workout buddy in a community. And but I'm inviting you if you want to join me on doing that. I hope this was helpful. Stay fit, stay fabulous, stay in the fight, and let's get our workout journey started.